Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. I have a video I got running on a loop. I'm going to actually play it for you with sound here in a bit. But basically what you have is this officer. His name is Sean Grayson. He goes in and he shoots to kill. What is this young lady's name? Sonya Massey. Shoots to kill this lady. And I'm going to play the tape for you. You guys check it out.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
What? You have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just need shit. Just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID real quick.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then...
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
It's in that stack right there, maybe?
Okay. 1 second.
Check on her.
Let me look at this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot your.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, your headshot, dude. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water to the fucking head. Hey, look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
Fuck. God damn it.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What's she got? Let her fucking just.
God.
Isn't that what you do, man?
Fuck.
You good? Alright. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not.
So as you've seen in the clip, I mean, he trains his weapon on her, and it's one of the situations where it's like, you know, these things happen so much. You know, you can tell these cops are just not educated, right? These guys look like they've just been passed along, and they fit the bill, fit the description. So you know what? They're good. It doesn't really take too much to get on as a police officer. And then, like, you know, everyone is not it's sad, man, because it's no excuse for this situation. It's no excuse to say anything other than this is a peace officer, this is a police officer. They were actually called on the scene by her because I believe it was for something, but she ended up making the call. The cops come out, and this doofus guy comes out. They're in her home. Obviously, she's explaining the situation, and I guess they're asking her for ID. You can kind of tell, you know, because they're asking her for ID. I don't know why she called. Things is already starting to go left. Instead of getting her ID, she runs to some boiling water that she has. One of the cops makes a reference saying like, yeah, you don't want to burn us down or something like that. She goes and like she's like joking with the officers, and things get maybe a little bit weird, as you guys saw, and he maybe says like, hey, I thought you was gonna burn me, or he says something like that. Heightened situation, obviously, right? She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. She like rebuked him, basically saying like, you know, whatever spirit he was trying to come at her at, whatever misunderstanding he had, whatever cultural differences he had and he didn't understand, whatever, she was rebuking it. He's like, what? he absolutely snapped because he was listening when they train dogs, let me see how did it go? When they train dogs listen to the voice. They listen to tone, right? You could be telling a dog like, oh, like you could be saying, you could tell a dog this, like, let's say I'm being nice to a dog, but I'm saying it in a mean way, like, good job, you did a really good job. The dog is not going to understand that I'm telling him good job. The dog is going to be like, what's going on? Like, you did something wrong. And the way she was saying, like, excuse me if I got too loud, but the way that she was saying, like, oh, I rebuke you. He wasn't even beginning he wasn't even beginning to try to understand what she was talking about. Tone of voice change, boom, mood change. Ups the gun. She's by the stove. She has hot water. It doesn't matter what she had. He was petrified. He was done. He's out of his element. He's in somebody's house. That's what I saw. And like I said, when, like, man, that it's just real. You know what I'm saying? It's just real. But I'm just like saying, like, I'm not trying to talk down on any situation, but I'm like, what do you expect? Somebody calls the cops. You know what I'm saying? And you come in there barking on this lady who called y'all. And it's like, what do you expect? The mugshot's up. He's arrested. He's in jail. Right? And I hope he stays there. And it's just like, you know, you see these situations happen, and it's just like, you know, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Accidents happen. You know, these things happen. Right? You had, what's his name? George Zimmerman, right? You had the same thing with George Zimmerman. This one's all on tape, so he's done for. He's in jail. Hopefully he stays there. Just very, you know, this situation is just ridiculous, right? And it's sad, man. It's like there needs to be some, and you see all the individuals that have a brain and that have problem solving abilities. When you see those guys, you always look at them and you're like, you don't belong here. You're smart. You're a nice guy. You just don't belong here. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Pay those guys. You need more of those guys. Instead, you just get straight muscle guys. You know, you get muscles, you get legs, guys that's just going to do the work. And, you know, this is the result that you get. And he's sitting up there trying to make excuses like, I didn't know. I mean, she's going to throw water at us, you know, and just giving all these excuses. And it's like the level of not, I want to say, nah, this is what it is. The level of you not understanding the heightened situation that you're in is troubling, man. He literally like shot this lady in the face, you know, killed her. Put a few rounds in her because she was like, not because what she was doing, right? Because what she did was, I mean, he knew she was going to the stove. But they actually was like, yeah, that's a good idea. We don't want to burn down, you know, try to catch on fire, you know, while we're trying to solve this situation. She says he makes some type of joke, or he basically was trying to sway the direction of the conversation to saying something about her throwing water on him. And she's like basically rebuking him, basically saying like, I reject that. And he ups his weapon on her. He ups his weapon. She wasn't speaking a different language. She's speaking English. That's in the English vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? He just says, you know what? Nah, I didn't like that tone. That's what it was. That's not like a word that he hasn't heard before. Nah, I don't like that tone. Nah, that was too loud for me. I'm up in my weapon. Ups his weapon. And you know, when I said it, people like this that just gets passed along, that's correct. You see situations where, you know, I was just watching a video and this lady, she had a shirt on. She had a what's the name of that dude? She had a King Von shirt on, and she was going to jail. I was like, man, my head was hurting, man. My head was hurting just watching it, the whole tape. But its similarities is people pass individuals on. They just pass individuals on, and it hurts, man. It hurts, bro, because of situations like this, and it's so many branches, that it's so many different levels where people could have seen it, and people could have looked at this person's background. People could have did so many things, and they just seem to slip through all the cracks, all the preventable measures and places where, like, the checkpoints where you check people, they just got past all those places. They just wasn't checking. This lady ends up stealing like $8,000 from the register. Loss prevention gets her. And guess what? This is the kicker out of the whole thing. She had just started the job, right? And she was the front end manager. She was the front end. They made this lady the front end manager. And this was her third case of theft. And then she was a manager. Front end, over the money. This is silly, man. Can you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, who writes this up? Who writes this? And I'm looking at it's so silly. It is so silly to me, man. It is so silly to me. And her boyfriend had just dropped her off at work. She trying to get the boyfriend to fight with the cop. She like, get my ID out. She's already handcuffed. It's a done wrap. They're walking outside or whatever. It's done. This dude just dropped her off. You feel me? And he trying to figure out what's going on. And she was like, okay, just get my ID. The cop looking at him like he fumbling through her bag. Like it's something in there. As soon as that her boyfriend felt that, he gave the bag over to the cop. And I was like, that was probably the smartest thing that ever happened. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The lady that you're with just got caught for stealing $8K. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to me, man. It's sad. It's sad, dude. It's sad, man. It's sad, dude. And she looking at him like, why you give him the ID? And I'm like, this is the type of person that's not happened to somebody's blasted. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that cop, man, very, you know, what state was that in? I gotta figure what state was that in, because I don't know if the death penalty is still up and running in that state, because there are probably gonna be people that's gonna be asking for that, in all honesty. And you look at this guy, I mean, just a complete idiot. I mean, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about that. This is a lady who called you guys. Y'all walked into her home. Even some officers, just because somebody, you know what I'm saying, it's not telling you, hey, don't come in here. That doesn't mean you have to go in people's houses. You can say, you know what, hey, I respect that or whatever. Now we can talk right here. Let me get your information. What's going on? Boom, we solved the problem. You don't have to go. You don't have to walk through every threshold you see. You think your job is just to neutralize every perceived threat. That's not a threat. If you know what I'm saying, that's not a threat. That's somebody who's mentally ill, who is sick. This is somebody who is sick, and it hurts my heart because you got, people like that just fit in. You know what I'm saying? They just fit in. They go with the flow. They get moved along because people that look like them and kind of act like them, maybe even talk like them, are doing well in life. And it's many other people that, you know what I'm saying, that you can attest to, and they just blend right in. And they give other people a bad rap. But you see this happen too many times. You see it happen too many times. It's done. You see this happen so many times. And it is literally a sickness at this point. It's a sickness. There needs to be people who get made example out of. That's how you do it. No more pat on the back, pat on the head, pat on the wrist. Things just happen and it was an accident. No more of that. It's time for these cops to be held responsible. You know what I'm saying? And get made example out of. But that's what I got for you guys, man. Peace. I'm out.